welcome to Little John's Yarns. Today we'll be making the cup cozy on the Addi Pro. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel down below. Alright, let's get started. We'll be using red heart yarn, and I'm using some old scrap yarn to get rid of. Okay, you'll also need some scissors, some googly eyes. I got a little puff palm for the nose, a needle, and a 5mm crochet hook. And I have my trusty makeshift pattern. Alright, let's get started. I've already completed 4 rows of waste yarn. Alright, load your yarn into the machine. We are going to knit 10 rows on the Addi. Of course, as usual, you know I always start off slow so I don't get any drop stitches. I'll meet you at the end of your 10th row. Once you've completed your 10th row, cut your yarn and load in your white yarn. We are going to knit 30 rows of white. I'm going to put up 40 in a second, but that's wrong. But we're going to knit 30 rows of white. Once again, knit the first row very carefully so you make sure all your stitches catch. And I'll meet you at the very end of your 30th row. Okay, we finished our 30th row, 40 altogether. We've cut our yarn, and we are going to cast off with some regular old waste yarn. Doesn't matter what color or what kind you use, as long as it's compatible with the Addi. Please, please, please do this first row carefully. There's nothing worse than dropping a stitch after you did all the work and not being able to find it. Once finished, take off the machine. Alright, this is what it looks like so far. We're going to take the tube and fold it inside itself, like so. Try to line up the stitches from the top and bottom so they're matched. You don't want your fox's head to be twisted. Once you find the beginning, use your 5mm crochet hook, and you're going to hook through both loops, the orange and the white. We're going to single crochet all around the edge of this to close it off. Okay, all you need to do is join your yarn, chain 1, single crochet into the same space. Remember, go through both loops. Okay, here I am trying to struggle to weave in my ends at the same time. I wish there was a magic weave in your ends button. Okay, let's single crochet into the next space. Remember, go through 2 loops, the orange and the white. Sorry, I'm trying to get my lighting better for you. Still weaving in those ends. There we go. Single crochet. It's a little bit difficult to do on camera. Okay. We are going to single crochet all the way around. Oh, this lighting got bad. Continue around and I'll meet you at the other side. Okay, we are going to slip stitch to join. Alright, fasten off and remove your waste yarn. Our little fox is coming together. It just needs a nose now. Okay, you'll need a needle and a yard's worth of yarn. Alright, this is tricky. Okay, we're going to look for the V's. That's what we're working into. You see where my needle is? This is a V. This is a V. We are going to work in the bottom of every V. I'll show you. Look very closely. It's right here. We're going to kind of weave in like an S pattern around. We're going to trace all these V's. Seems tricky, but it's pretty easy. Okay, ready? Let's go down through the very bottom of the V. Okay, pull your yarn through. Now trace that white stitch all the way around. Pull your yarn. See, you got the first part of your V. Now let's form the left part. You'll have to go back through the center. And we're going to come up again through the bottom of the second V right here. You see it? Now pull through. Okay, my yarn catches a little bit at the bottom, but okay, seems a little tricky, but you'll catch on. Okay, let's trace that V around the row above you, behind those stitches. Pull through. Okay, your right part of the V is formed. Alright, let's take the needle back into the bottom of the same V and up through the next stitch's V. Grr, my yarn is getting in the way. 1 second, let me take this yarn and stuff it inside so it's out of the way. Voila, no more catching on my yarn. Alright, back to what I was teaching. Okay, we're at the bottom of the V. We're going to go up and around. And back in to the same V again. You see it? Alright, and we're going to come up in the bottom of the next V. Let's go around. We're going to do this 7 times. Let's complete this one. And around. Okay, let's complete the 7th one together. Alright, here's number 7. We're going to finish this V, but drop down to the diagonal bottom V of the row below. Watch closely. See, I'm coming up the bottom of the row below, but on the diagonal. So we start trying to form the triangle of the nose. We're going to follow that same loop pattern. Okay, here's your V stitch right here. Here's your V, here's your V. That's what we're working into. That's what we're tracing. Alright, we'll go behind the stitches from the row above. This forms the left part of your V. And down through the center, just like before. And up through the bottom of the next stitch's V. That's 1 time. We're going to do this 4 more times, a total of 5 in this row. There we go, we're tracing. Okay, let's form the right part of the V. Down to the bottom and up through the next V. Through the top. Make sure you're just going behind the top layer stitches. Don't go underneath the white. We're trying to keep these fluffy. go. Back behind those 2 loops. Let's complete our 5th V. Come up through the bottom of your V. Around your stitches up here. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to treat this like your previous row. We're going to drop down and kind of make a diagonal. Okay, let's enter into the same V right here. And we're going to come up on the diagonal V's on the row below. Here's your V. Alright, let's go through the same stitch into the bottom. Oh, my camera's blurry. Of the V of the row below. Bottom, diagonal. I'm starting to have camera issues, I'm sorry. Okay, let's trace your first V. You're making 3 of these in this row. Continue like you did before. Sorry if this video is a little wonky. I'm doing it, I think it's around 4 o'clock in the morning. Can't sleep. Might as well do some videos. Okay, stitch number 2. Form the right side of the V. Go up to the top row, pull your yarn, and into the bottom of the same V and up through the next. Second stitch is complete. Let's do our last stitch together. Here we go. Yay, almost done. I fibbed. Something doesn't look right. We have another row. I'm sorry. Here's another V you have to work into. We're going to go on it on a diagonal so we can continue with this triangle shape. I'm sorry to get your hopes up. Just 1 more row, 2 more stitches. Alright, let's go into the bottom of your V. And now go down on a diagonal at the row below. Okay, we're at that row. Let's trace. You got the first part of your first V. Let's come up and do the last one. Let's wrap it around. Now we're complete with that. I fibbed again. I messed up my stitch. Forgive me guys, it's late. I'm sorry. Let me just take this yarn out and redo the last stitch again to make it nice. I'm sorry, just rethreading my needle. Okay, there's the bottom of my V. I'll wrap it around the top row. Okay, let me form the last part of the V. And pull it all the way through this time. Alright, knot it off and tuck in all of your ends. Looking pretty snazzy so far. Just make sure you cut off your ends. Okay, I'm going to switch up and use a F hook for this one. Make sure you leave a long enough tail so you can sew it onto your cup cozy. These are the ears. You'll make 2 of them. Alright, we are going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are going to half double crochet in the second chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, we are going to chain 1, turn your work. We're going to half double crochet together in the first 2 stitches. Alright, pull through all 5 loops. Let's half double crochet together these last 2 stitches. Okay, and pull through all 5 loops. Chain 1, turn your work, half double crochet together in the last 2 stitches. Alright, pull through all 5 loops. Alright guys, you can fasten off and you can sew it onto your cup cozy for the ears. Also hot glue gun your googly eyes and nose onto your cup cozy. Thank you for joining me, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and see you guys next time. Thank you and bye.